Hi boys, just a short video outlining what the expectation is for today's double lesson. I think we can be fairly confident in our knowledge of this episode. After all, it is only 56 minutes and 19 seconds in length. Um, as part of the work that you guys had to do in the last lesson, you needed to come up with some quotations from, well, you had to have from previous homework. You had three quotations from Ray, three from Roderick from yesterday's lesson, three from Raquel, three from Darren, three from Glennie, and three from Adam. Now, hopefully, you've gotten all three of those. Either way, you should have enough information and understanding of the texts now to work on our next task. So, what I'm going to get you guys to do is we're going to focus on uh, these tasks here. So task 5, empathy tasks. Okay, so empathy. So empathy for us means that it's the ability or the willingness to understand and share the feelings of another. And I think it's safe to say that prior to the participants in the experiment, prior to their uh, interactions with these immigrants and these refugees, I think it's fair to say that they did not, well, most of them, I should say, did not have empathy. Okay, so they did not have empathy for the immigrants or refugees. So they didn't have that ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Okay, now what I want you to focus on the diary entry of the last task here. Okay, because as I said, I want us to, we can look at the letter writing when we're a little bit further down the track. But at this point in time, I want you to write a diary entry of one of the refugees at an important moment in their journey to Australia. Okay. Now, with this important moment, it could be the beginning of their journey. So, what was happening to them at their time in their home country? It could be shortly after they have begun their journey to Australia. So, it could be something that, so for example, I know Darren said that he had an issue with the fact that people they traveled to Indonesia first, and then he felt at the time that they moved to Australia for economic reasons. Okay, so maybe you could explore a point in a refugee's journey, not necessarily when they land in Australia, but when they're on their way to Australia, and an obstacle that they encountered while they were um, on their trip to Australia. Now, remember, it is going to be a long trip as well. And remember, in the show, they actually did start the participants' journey in reverse order. Okay, so have a look at some of the refugees that the participants met and talked to and discussed, I suppose, their experiences, and try and put yourself into their shoes, the refugees' shoes, and create a diary entry of one of the refugees at an important moment in their journey. Okay. Now, it's important. I don't want you to just sort of tell us what happened. I want you to show us. Okay. You've heard me say before, don't tell, show. Okay. So I want you to create some vivid imagery with your work so that you can paint a picture for myself when I read your work. Okay. So this is something that you're going to be working on today, right? And when you are finished, right? If you can't finish in the double lesson, you do have to complete it over the weekend, right? I want your best work submitted, and you will be submitting this onto Canvas, okay? So you can follow the instructions that I will send in an email to you, okay? So you need to make sure that you are clear about what you need to do today. You need to make sure that if you have any questions, you contact me. But in the meantime, best of luck with this task. You may need to go and look at the episode again up here. But remember, I want you to focus on a diary entry of one of the refugees and an important moment in their journey to Australia. Okay? Doesn't have to be anything huge or massive, but I would be looking for, you know, minimum of a 1 A4 page handwritten. So you need to take you need to handwrite it, and then I want to see a photograph uploaded to the submission on Canvas. Okay. Thanks, gents. Best of luck.